Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and you've never seen this face before, or this face, hi, my name is Tamar, also known as Musings of a Curvy Lady, and this is my friend Kayla of Indie Florals. It is time for spring, and I thought Chateau Musings needed a little freshen up. So I asked my friend Kayla here to help me bring the florals, the angel cherub, whimsy vibes to Chateau Musings, and I think we nailed it. So if you're interested in seeing how we went from this to this, please keep watching. But before we get into it, house rules. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to liking this video help the girly pops to find me, of course. And because I love to yap, go ahead, leave a comment down below. How are you freshening up your space for spring? And of course, I want you to be a part of the Musings of a Curvy Lady family. So go ahead, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a Curvy Lady upload. All right, let the spring solstice begin. So Kayla and I met, I think it was via Instagram DM.
We met in person actually getting ice cream.
Oh, that's right. Ice cream. That is so me coded. I was dying from a post-shoot sweat. I was like, I need some ice cream now.
You were with a photographer that I knew, and we met through her. And then shortly after is when we did the shoot. Yeah.
Yes. So heard that she does amazing work, and I wanted to do like this really crazy, outlandish shoot for Anthropologie, and we turned my backyard into like this Mediterranean villa fresca. So it was so pretty. Over the years, it was during the pandemic?
No, this was after.
After the pandemic, yeah. Okay.
Everything after the pandemic,
yeah.
Though,
yeah. Girl, it's a mind warp. I have no idea. I wanted to do a bedroom refresh, and I wanted my bedroom to look nothing like it did because of like what I went through in the pandemic. I went through a lot, y'all. So I wanted to refresh my entire house, and I was working on my bedroom, and it was looking very bland, and I was like, well, maybe Kayla can create, I know she's a florist, you know, she works with live flowers. Would she create a beautiful like dry floral installation cloud similar to like what she did for the live flowers on that anthro shoot? And so that's what you see in my bedroom and on my mirror. Those are installations that Kayla did a couple of years ago, and it's still standing strong. Very, very well done. I get tons of compliments. Everyone, anytime I feature a snippet, it could be like half a second of my bedroom, people are like, how did you do that? Like, where did you get that? And I'm like, it's custom, baby. It's custom, baby. But this is something that someone could do at home, right?
Yeah, of course.
After a couple years, I was like, I have this beautiful mantle in my living room, and it was just looking kind of boring. I didn't really change up the decor in here very much. But for this year, I wanted to really just bring alive the spring vibe. Spring is my favorite season. It just makes you feel like rebirth. And, and
freshen up the space.
Yeah, everything's coming alive. It's a new season. It's the time to like for newness. So I did some shopping and got some new throw pillows, and I wanted to freshen up the living space, but I definitely wanted to utilize the space of this gorgeous mantle.
So in the room, when we first started doing the floral cloud for the bedroom, we wanted it to feel neutral, feminine, have some pinks in there, but still keep it kind of cozy. Yeah. Nothing too kind of bright or Eastery, you know, very just like neutral, subdued, elevated, living, cozy. And so with that, we went with a lot of ivories, some blush, a little bit of peach, and then just some light pinks throughout. We kind of wanted to extend that floral story from her bedroom into her living space. And so to keep them cohesive, we decided to go with the same palette, which again, I think this is like, I think we're the type of girls where pink is a neutral.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Duh.
And so this feels so neutral and approachable, and it just kind of seamlessly blends with the decor you already have. Yeah. But like we said, it kind of elevates it, brings a little fresh take to the room, and just kind of spices it up for the spring. Yeah. And this is something that I'm like so addicted to now. I might just do it for every season, but this is something that I can take down and replace with something else. Yeah. So we're gonna show you how, well, I'm not gonna show you. Kayla's gonna show you how she does it, and this is something that you can do at home with supplies that you can get at your local craft or Michaels, and create a little bit of whimsy and romance into your living space. Hi, my name is Kayla. I'm the owner of Indie Florals based here in Jacksonville, Florida. And today we're going to be talking talking about how to do a mantle installation. For the blooms themselves today, I sourced most of them from Afloral, and then we got a few from Michaels. For the base, I'm using white and pink cherry blossom stems. I believe I got 4 or 5 of the really long, I think they're 40-inch cherry blossoms from Afloral to kind of give us that trailing, flowing look throughout the piece. And then we'll be tucking in the hydrangea, the light pink, and the shorter white stems just to kind of fluff it out, round out the piece. To accent, we'll be using garden roses from Michaels and then dahlias and peony stems from Afloral. The plan is to have it kind of spray up here, pour out down the side, and then kind of trail throughout the center. And we don't want to block the frame too much. We just kind of want it to look like it's growing off the mantle for a fun spring display. What I started with was looking at the mantle itself, the size of it, to figure out, you know, what our design will be, how big we want to go. To start, I got the measurements of this mantle, and for my asymmetrical pieces where I kind of have one heavier corner, I like it to spread a little bit more than halfway through the center just to kind of even it out and have a good scale through the room versus just being really heavy on one side, nothing on the other. For the base, I'm going to be using just dry floral foam. You guys can get this from Michaels or any sort of craft store. And I just got a thin plastic tray to hold them down and just taped them on. I kind of had mine about 2 blocks worth just to kind of cover halfway through the mantle. And then on the corner, we're gonna have a kind of larger spray coming up and some blooms draping down. And I wanted some extra support. And so I'm gonna be using chicken wire. You can just put this in a ball and then use zip ties to attach it over your foam onto the tray. The reason I like to do this is because floral foam can get kind of unstable when you're using too many blooms. I just wanted some extra support. We're gonna be really having the blooms heavy. So that's where the chicken wire comes in, just to kind of help keep everything more stable. My tip for shopping for faux florals is always try to find silk stems if you can. And then I've seen some people online even steam their product to kind of open them up more. I think that can get a little spooky, especially if you have like a plastic based flower. And so I've never done that. I just traditionally think it's worth investing a little more in a bloom that's already open and perfect. Websites like Afloral are a great resource for finding florals for yourself at home. They have some mixed bouquets as well that are already pre-designed, and then again, just single loose stems. And then local craft stores like Michaels or even Hobby Lobby has some good florals, but just be careful. I think you can kind of go in and really feel them and tell if they look plasticky, like that's never gonna come off as realistic as you'd want. And a good tip is to remove all of the leaves. And so since this stem was from Michaels, the leaves did look really faux and like super like, I'm a rose, you know? And it's like, okay. And so I just go ahead and cut all those leaves off because you get a much more realistic look with a clean stem. The greenery is where it tends to look pretty faux, even from a floral. And so I would recommend removing leaves and then just going in and making sure there's no visible plastic pieces. That's what really makes a faux stem look bad in my opinion.
And because we had so many extra of these garden roses, Kayla actually made a secondary arrangement for my coffee table, and it's gorgeous. This is something that you can literally utilize in every space of your home. It doesn't need to be an installation cloud. If you want to just have fun and practice your floral arranging, grabbing some really high quality florals from Afloral or from Michaels and have fun with it and play around, because this will add just the touch of romance and elevation to any space.
Yeah.
And another thing that's so great about these faux florals is that they last forever, which is my favorite part because I tend to like kill things. Although my plants have been around for a while. But when it comes to like flowers and like that kind of stuff, a garden, no. So faux is the way to go for me.
Yeah, and that's what's great is a piece like this you can have up for the whole spring season, take it down, and then next year you can put it back up to enjoy again, year and year to come. You've been doing an amazing job at maintaining the one in your bedroom, so maybe you should tell them how you've been doing that.
So I have a weekly schedule of cleaning, and I use my power duster.
Her power duster is so serious, and so trigger warning.
It's not plugged in right now, but it's very, very powerful.
It's like a leaf blower.
Yeah, and it comes with different nozzle heads, but I prefer this one. It just keeps it targeted where I'm able to like really, sometimes I'll get in there really deep with the ones underneath my bed because dust will accumulate mostly underneath the blooms. I clean my sheets twice a week. So after I start my bed and throw them in the wash, I'm dusting and I'm power dusting my installation. And so far, so good. Like I've had a couple of people like, oh my gosh, I bet you're sleeping with so much dust. And I'm like, no, you've never been to my house, first of all.
It's the cleanest house in the world. It's insane.
I keep up cleaning like crazy, and I have a housekeeper who helps me deep clean twice a month. I taught her how to use this as well to clean all of my arrangements that I have so that dust doesn't accumulate. And I have a lot of things in my home that I'm able to use this for. Vents, underneath the bed. It's a multi-useful piece of equipment, so I highly recommend. And I got this off of Amazon. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something and gave you some inspiration to add a little bit of magic and wonder and florals, because this is so princess, like little princess coded. This was just the perfect addition to my girl home. So thank you so much, Kayla, for lending your artistry, because girl, I can't do this. I can't do it. My talent is appreciating other people's talent. So girl, yes, all of the baby claps. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. But before I go, house rules. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to like. Did you like this video, you guys? Let me know if you want to see more videos like this by leaving a comment down below, because we love to yap. And of course, I want you to be a part of the Musings of a Curvy Lady family. So go ahead, hit subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss a Curvy Lady upload. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.